Hello everyone, I'm Raven from Raven Comics, and today we're going to see the full story of the Justice League versus the Justice Lords, taking place after Batman Beyond. We begin in Neo-Gotham. The news reports the fourth hostile takeover of the month. Foxtica has announced the acquisition of Power Industries, which effectively places the city's security forces under the control of a billion-dollar conglomerate. Meanwhile, a group of Jokers is attempting to rob a train. The police arrive, and despite their efforts to stop the criminals, the Jokers manage to escape without trouble. One of them thinks about keeping all the loot. Another tells him not to be selfish. The red-clad Joker removes his mask, and we see that it's Terry, but this is a different Terry, one with blonde hair. Suddenly, new people show up and tell them that folks are tired of being robbed by the Jokers. Cookie takes what they just stole and hands it to their leader, Z. Z says that's enough to cover AJ's fee, but Terry will have to keep working to pay his monthly cut, which, by the way, is 2 months overdue. Terry tells him he'll pay tonight, triple. He knows a place loaded with cash. That same night, Terry is inside a house, about to steal the money, when suddenly the owner realizes what's happening. The house belongs to Terry's mom, and she's going to call the police to report her son. Terry won't let that happen and snatches the phone from his mother. She doesn't understand what's going on. Mary McGinnis won't let her son get away this time. She'll keep him there until the police arrive. Terry leaves, seeing only his mother on the floor, crying. His friends were waiting for him outside. They know that if he doesn't pay the 2 months he owes Z, Z will wreck him. His friends leave and abandon Terry alone in the alley. Suddenly, someone new arrives and speaks to Terry. It's the Terry we all know. He asks him to listen. He needs his help. To understand what we just saw, we head to the Batman Beyond Earth we all know. There, Diana arrives in the Batcave with Bruce. It's been a long time since they last saw each other. She still looks young, and she's surprised to see Bruce. He tells her not to worry about the state she finds him in. He's old. That's how things go for normal people like him. Elsewhere, Batman and Superman are talking about the Justice Lords. As we just saw, Diana appeared out of nowhere and helped them defeat Brainiac when they needed her most. She appeared after having been in the Justice Lord's world. Terry says all he knows is that they're an evil version of the Justice League from a parallel Earth. Superman tells him it isn't that simple. There's a difference between evil and corruption. They are a reflection of what the Justice League could become if they're not careful. In the Justice Lord's world, Lex Luthor became president and murdered the Flash. Remembering how many times Luthor had escaped justice, Lord Superman decided to end the threat permanently. The more lines you cross, the easier it gets. Within a few years, the Justice Lords had purged their world of crime and turned it into a police state, with themselves in charge, of course. When the Justice Lords Batman discovered the Beyond Earth, they decided to do the same thing here. They captured the Justice League and took their places. Fortunately, the Justice League managed to escape and captured the Justice Lords, thanks to an unexpected ally, their own Lex Luthor, who used a weapon he'd planned to use on the Justice League. With that weapon, he stripped them of their powers. The main problem came when they didn't know what to do with them, since their government had no jurisdiction over people from another Earth. So Batman convinced Lord Batman that what they had done was wrong, and they sent them back to their world, but without their powers. Bruce still had doubts, but Diana convinced him. She said people always have goodness inside, and that the Lords weren't psychopaths. After all, they were them, just from another Earth. For years, that seemed to work, but eventually the dimensional barrier was sealed. Superman asked Lex Luthor how his weapon worked. Lex said it's activated by an extremely rare alien element that interferes with exotic energies. And of course, the effects eventually wear off. Superman knew they had to go back and catch them before they regained their powers. They had their first superhuman world war. On one side was Lord Batman, on the other, Lord Superman. The Justice League joined Lord Batman's side, but the other side had powerful allies like Black Adam. It was a long fight. Superman noticed the emotional connection between Lord Batman and Wonder Woman, but they couldn't stay. The Beyond Earth was under attack by Mongol, and they had to return, but Wonder Woman decided to stay and fight alongside the Justice Lords. That Earth became her new Earth. Once they finished off Mongol, the Justice League tried to go back, but the portal had been permanently closed. Terry is still wrapping his head around the fact that Bruce finally met a woman who rejected him, even if it was another Bruce. There's something Terry doesn't understand. Wonder Woman and Lady Wonder Woman are basically the same. How can they be sure their Wonder Woman came back? Superman tells him they can't. That's why he's eavesdropping on Diana and Bruce's conversation. It's not something he would normally do, but the Justice Lords always had a way of making him question what he would and wouldn't do. The conversation is interrupted. In the Batcave, Bruce asks her why she's back. Diana tells him she'll explain later. For now, he just needs to know everything is stable on the Justice Lord's Earth. What she wants to know is how things are here. Superman worries. She hasn't said anything, and now they're moving away from the Batcave, which means they should go in. In the Batcave, Terry is worried about being there without Bruce knowing. Superman tells him not to worry. They discussed this before Diana visited him. The whole time she was there, Bruce's computers were scanning her. Checking the data, Superman finds she's definitely one of the two Dianas. Moving on, Superman tells Terry he has to go to the Justice Lord's world. It's a dangerous place, and there's no open portal. His main objective will be to find Lord Batman. Meanwhile, in Neo-Gotham, Bruce is walking with Diana when suddenly both are intercepted. Before they can hurt Bruce, Diana steps in and grabs the man by the chest. He tells her to put him down. He has rights. She replies, "What about everyone else's right not to live in fear of scum like him? He made a very stupid choice, and now he'll face the consequences." Bruce stops her. He's had enough. This is making him enjoy her company far less than he thought he would. Back with Batman, he tells Superman he understands why he thinks she might be the other Wonder Woman. But something else scares him even more. Diana stayed in the Justice Lord's world to change it. But what if the one who changed was her? Either way, Batman should leave immediately. In theory, he should appear at this exact location. They hope he'll be able to contact Dick Grayson through his communicator, though they don't even know if Lord Batman is still there. Terry departs. If Bruce is anything like theirs, he'll keep the same habits. Superman warns him not to assume. People change more than he thinks. Later, we go to the Justice Lord's world. Terry arrives without much trouble, though he feels a bit dizzy. Once he steadies himself, he tries to contact Dick. Terry doesn't know if he can hear him, but something happened with his transport. He isn't in the Batcave, so he'll start a video log now. Terry peers out over the buildings. If he's lucky, he can get a sense of how strange this place is. Suddenly, someone new comes up behind him. Dick Grayson arrives with his special forces. He orders Terry to remove the mask and surrender. Terry tries to fly to escape the police. At least Dick's eye turned out better in this world. He still has both. Terry tries to escape, but before he can, he's shot in the back, sending him tumbling down a building. Worst of all, his suit has just lost power. Terry takes off the mask. The police reach the scene and try to find any trace of Batman. For the moment, there's no sign of the enemy. That's what they think, because Terry attacks them from behind. Elsewhere, Dick Grayson hears the battle reports. When he arrives, he finds only his men on the ground, without their uniforms. This is when we cut to the moment Terry met this world's Terry. To avoid confusion, we'll call him Lord Terry. Suddenly, Terry faints, and later we see him wake up, startled, in Lord Terry's house. Lord Terry tells him to calm down. Everything will be fine. Lord Terry realizes he's his counterpart from another Earth. He hasn't had hair that color in 2 years and thinks this is a past version of himself. That's why he spared him. He believes if something happens to his past self, he'll die or something will happen to him too. In a Justice Lord's world, time travel isn't all that surprising. Terry cuts him off. He's not a past version. He's from a different timeline, one where he is Batman. Lord Terry asks what he's doing here. Terry says he came to find Lord Batman. Well, finding him will be easier than he thinks. To do it, he just needs to look outside. What he sees is astonishing, a giant statue of Lord Batman. Terry asks what happened. Lord Terry says everyone knows what happened here. He was murdered by the Justice Lords. Meanwhile, on the Watchtower in the Justice League's Earth, Shazam introduces Wonder Woman to the new members, Warhawk and Aquagirl. Diana asks Aquagirl about her father. She says he's the same. No one understands exactly how Brainiac damaged his mind. For now, there's nothing they can do. She's sorry. Diana asks Aquagirl not to lose hope. Next up is Flash, Danica Williams. Wally is now part of the Speed Force, but she can talk to him. Wally tells her it's wonderful to see her again. He can't wait for them to catch up. Diana says that'll have to be another time. There's a lot for her to process right now. Superman asks Diana to return to Earth. Formal introductions can wait, but there are other things that can't. Superman tells her it's time she told him what happened to her Bruce, Lord Batman. Is he dead? Superman knows because he's been there. After he lost Lois, every time he sees a happy couple, like Captain Marvel and Flash, he relives the pain. Seeing the Bruce of this Earth again must have been hard for her. Diana says what really hurts isn't seeing him. It's that he doesn't remember anything they had. He's so much like her Bruce, just older and harder. Superman wants to know exactly what happened. She says the war spread across the world. The support Lord Superman and Lady Diana received was incredible. People saw them as strong leaders who could keep them safe. They were ready to fight for them. The conflict escalated dramatically. Diana fought against Lord Superman. They soon learned that Earth also had other rulers. This Aquaman had never forged ties with the surface. He only cared about his undersea kingdom. He made it clear that if the world kept threatening the seas, he would drown Superman. With that, they knew the war had to end one way or another. There was a final battle. It was devastating. Remembering it still hurts Diana. Bruce didn't survive. But after that terrible day, she was able to negotiate peace with Lord Superman, one that has lasted ever since. Her world isn't like theirs, but it's freer and safer than it was. Superman only has to look at his city. Metropolis was devastated by Brainiac. He killed millions across the world. Doesn't that break Superman's heart? Does Superman want to know what they did when Brainiac attacked them? They destroyed him before he could threaten a single life on Earth. The same happened with those like him. Cobra died. Darkseid died. They're not murderers. When they can end a threat without killing, they do. But they end it for good. Things aren't like they used to be. There are free elections, freedom of speech, and yes, there are those who oppose the Justice Lords. But most citizens support them. Thank them. There are millions more of them alive. Superman asks Diana who she's trying to convince, him or herself. Meanwhile, on the Watchtower, Green Lantern feels uncomfortable listening in. From what he's heard, it sounds like exactly the kind of thing the Justice Lords would do. Warhawk says they just survived an invasion. They have to be sure another war isn't coming. It's best to be careful. To Captain Marvel, this is strange. The Wonder Woman he knew was always full of kindness, and this one here seems so bitter and angry. Aquagirl says losing someone does that to people. Cairo asks Scott and Big Barda. They knew Diana. Do they notice anything different about her? They say yes. As Captain Marvel said, there's a lot of pain in her, and that's understandable, given decades of war. Fundamentally, she reminds Barda of an honorable warrior she once knew. Danica Williams tells them the old Flashes can't agree. Some say it's a trap, others think it really is her. They have to accept it. The only one here who can truly know is Superman, and if he can't, then nobody can. Suddenly, something starts happening to the transporter. The computer recognizes the being, it's Superman. But they can call him Lord Superman. Lord Superman immediately tries to attack. Everyone has to work together to stop him. Even he can't beat them all at once. Scott tells them no. First they must shut down the transporter before someone else comes through. Lord Superman would rather they didn't. He blasts Scott in the back with his heat vision. The Justice Lords have heard so much about this world that he simply wanted to show it to his friends. These are his beloved Justice Lords. The teams start fighting immediately. Captain Marvel launches himself at Black Adam. Cairo can't believe there's a Green Lantern who ambushes her enemies. He looks closely and calls her sister. She attacks him. She already told him she is not his sister, and her name is Karari. It's been a long time since Lord Superman was here, but its heroes seem more incompetent than ever. Now he only wants to know one thing. Well, it's not necessary anymore, because as he looks at the screen, Lord Superman finds the person he came to find. There is his wife. We begin in Neo-Gotham. This is the Justice Lord's timeline. Lord Dick Grayson is watching footage of Batman Beyond on a screen. Barbara arrives and tells her husband it's good he's awake. That way she won't have to drink both coffees she just made by herself. She asks him if he stayed up all night watching those images. He says yes, and he's sorry. But just recently, he and his special forces had an encounter with an unknown person this morning, after detecting a power spike. The whole thing was really strange. What's truly strange to both of them is that this unknown person has the same moves as Barbara. Suddenly, someone contacts Dick. They're sorry to bother him, but an alarm has been triggered at Wayne Manor. Elsewhere, Lord Terry tells his counterpart this is a waste of time. They're both riding a bike. This place was destroyed years ago. It's been looted many times. They're not going to find anything here. Terry says Wonder Woman and Lord Batman were here together. If both Batmen were really alike, Bruce always had a contingency plan for any situation, so there has to be something in this place. Once they push forward, Terry is shocked by what he sees. He'd watched the videos, but he can't believe it all ended this way. Lord Terry understands he's trying to figure out what happened to the Wonder Woman from his Earth, but this place doesn't have the answer. Besides, the Justice Lords keep this place open as a kind of reminder to anyone who wants to challenge them, that they'll end up like this place. That's why there are statues of Batman in many locations, not to honor him, but to scare people. Suddenly, someone new arrives and says that doesn't seem to be working. Koki tells them that nothing really scares Lord Terry. It was the only idea he had, which is why he promised to pay him triple credits. Lord Terry tells Z he's sorry, but something more important came up. Terry can't believe it. His counterpart from this Earth is a Joker's. Lord Terry says not everyone has a suit on hand like he does. The clowns ask if the two of them are cousins, although on second thought, they look too much alike to be first cousins. Z doesn't care who he is. To him, both are trash. Before Z can keep talking, Terry lands a hard punch in self-defense. Funny, he never thought the Jokers would be here, so he'll show them what he can do. All the clowns get ready to fight. Attacking their leader was a big mistake. Terry defends himself again with ease. They're giving a big speech, but they can't back it up. Terry keeps fighting and starts to feel déjà vu. One of the Jokers is about to attack him from behind, when suddenly Lord Terry protects his counterpart. More clowns arrive. It's true Terry is good at fighting, but the best move is to get out of here and find a place to hide. While moving in the middle of the brawl, Terry falls through a hole that leads him straight to Lord Batman's Batcave. There, he finds a large number of suits that will be vital to him. Among them, there seems to be one that really catches his eye. There's really no problem. He can use it without issue. Outside the Batcave, the Jokers have gained the upper hand over Lord Terry. Before they can keep hurting him, the Jokers are struck by a volley of batarangs. Terry has arrived in a new suit. They need to get away from him. Meanwhile, on the Justice League's Watchtower in Batman Beyond's Earth, Adam wonders if the Justice Lords are versions of themselves, all while the Justice League is fighting the Justice Lords. Lord Adam grabs one of the pillars and uses it to attack his counterpart. The truth is, they're not so lucky, and not even on their best day would they be their equals. Elsewhere, Warhawk asks Marina to stop. He doesn't want to fight her. Aquagirl comes from behind and lands a hard hit. Warhawk has to keep control. She isn't his Marina, and they're nothing like them. Lord Warhawk now arrives to attack. They've just hurt his wife. The two get distracted, and that's when Lady and Lord strike. Definitely, they're more foolish than they are on many levels. Somewhere else, Captain Marvel asks them not to be afraid. They're just evil counterparts. Adam tells him he's never stopped being simplistic, and grabbing him, he shouts his magic word, Shazam. That way, the lightning strikes Captain Marvel to force him into his form. He has to see it. In his world, Taith Adam is the same. White Adam rules the Middle East, secure and at peace. Captain Marvel can do the same here. He can free it from those fools in the Marvel family. Adam cries his magic word again to transform into White Adam. As he does, Lord Superman arrives to land a heavy blow on Captain Marvel. Adam asks Lord Superman why he hit him so quickly. Shazam was about to give in. Lord Superman tells him he can do that from a cell when they capture him. Meanwhile, Kyle is fighting Karari. She's riddled with fury and violence. A Green Lantern ring would never choose a soul as troubled as hers. Karari tells Kyle she uses her ring much better than he ever will, and besides, he shouldn't rely solely on that ring. She left her master's pacifist path a long time ago. She's already learned the true purpose of the League of Assassins' power. She's matured. He never will, in any world. After a short fight, Karari defeats Kyle with ease. It's time to check in with the Flashes. Danica asks Wally if he has any advice for her to fight the Justice Lords. Lady Flash finds this funny. Danica still thinks she's talking to the Flashes of the past. Flash tries to land a blow on her. Just because Lady Flash can't do it doesn't mean Danica can't either. Lady Danica grabs her with ease. Of course she hears all those voices, but she'll give her a piece of advice. Hearing voices doesn't mean Flash has fairy godmothers. It just means she's crazy. She has to embrace the madness, run with it, or die. That's fine too. Once again, a member of the Justice League has fallen. The next fight is between the Atoms. Atom tries to escape this place. They're losing. Lord Atom grabs him. He's always been pathetic, running away like a scared child. It's sad to think what he might have become if he'd never met his father. Atom doesn't understand. His father did die, and Lord Atom's didn't. Lord Atom mocks him. That's what his mother told him, and his mother never lies, right? His world is so small, even when it's not subatomic. It looks like Atom will gain the upper hand, but Lord Atom starts biting him. Atom doesn't get it. Is he a splicer? Is he changing? Why would he do that? Lord Atom has won this battle. A better question would be, why wouldn't he? We go to one of the last battles. Lady Big Barda tells Scott Free there are things he can't escape. Scott wonders if they really have to do this, if there's anything of his Big Barda in her. A part of her knows this is wrong. Now Scott has to ask her a question. Would Barda really kill him over something she doesn't believe in? Big Barda tells Scott no, but she will imprison him with a device created by Lord Scott before he was killed, a device he won't be able to escape. Lady Big Barda saved her world, but not her love. This way, she can do both. Elsewhere, Lord Orion approaches this Earth's Big Barda and tells his wife she did a good job. She immediately punches Orion. Was she supposed to be surprised? She isn't like Warhawk or Aquagirl. She doesn't get distracted just because someone who looks like her got badly married to Orion. Orion expected nothing less. And since his opponent is Big Barda, the entire Justice Lord's team arrives to attack and deal Big Barda a heavy blow. Lord Superman asks if this is over. Have they defeated all the Justice League members? Atom asks for a moment. He's entering their system. It shouldn't take long to find information about the League. What Atom finds is bad. They've already sent Batman Beyond to the Justice Lord's world. Lord Superman knows they couldn't have sent Bruce Wayne. Atom finds that their Bruce is already decrepit trash, no threat. As for the other loose ends, Superman is with Wonder Woman, and the kid is at the Fortress of Solitude. Lord Superman asks Atom to take care of this. Meanwhile, he'll return to his world to deal with the Batman problem. They must imprison the Justice League and not underestimate them, or they could end badly. They must not make any move against Superman until he returns. Orion tells Lord Superman that if he tarries, the choice may no longer be theirs. Superman tells him not to worry. After all, he's only going to face Batman. He already has experience fighting bats. Meanwhile, in Neo-Gotham, Bruce is tired of all this and asks Diana to tell them the whole truth. They've been patient with her, but it's time for her to say it. Superman asks him to relax, but Diana agrees. There is something she hasn't told them. Her Bruce, Lord Batman, the man she loved, is dead, and that's true. But what she hasn't told them is that she was the one who killed Lord Batman. We return to the Justice Lord's timeline, where Terry had arrived wearing one of Lord Batman's suits. To Terry, they're all making a big mistake, even by Joker's standards. Z tells his men to listen up. The first to bring down Lord Terry gets a month without quotas. Whoever brings down the guy in the suit gets double credits. Terry won't let that happen, and his new suit activates electromagnetic shields. This is pretty awesome. Terry manages to defeat them without trouble. Z and his men have been beaten, but the clown knows this isn't over. They'll find Lord Terry and make him pay when that kid in the suit isn't protecting him. To Lord Terry, this was pretty unreal. Terry gets annoyed. The truly unreal thing is that his counterpart is a Joker. Lord Terry asks him not to judge. If he's going to do that, then he should go back to his own timeline, because here, he's the only help he's got. Terry doesn't understand how he became part of the Jokers. Does that mean everything his father told him about them didn't stick with him? Seeing Lord Terry's expression, Terry stops. That look can only mean father is alive in this timeline. Lord Terry stays silent and says no. His father isn't alive on this earth, and they won't talk about it anymore. It doesn't matter if his father is alive or not. Choosing to be a Joker's here isn't that simple. Batman says that in his timeline, he tells the people closest to him that becoming Batman saved his life. He'd taken a bad path before, and thanks to Batman, he got it back. But the truth is, he doesn't need to be Batman for that, because deep down he believes he would have pulled himself out of that bad path to correct the course of his life. that even without becoming Batman, he still would have become a good person. But now that he sees himself only elsewhere, he guesses he knows that was never true. Suddenly, something strange starts happening. They're both attacked and hit by an explosion. Batman grabs Lord Terry to keep him from being hurt. They have to leave this place immediately. They don't have much time. If they move fast, they can reach the back exit of the cave before it collapses. The worst happens, and we only see a flash striking both Terrys. Someone new arrives and tells Batman he's sorry. This suit makes Terry fast, but not faster than a bullet. Lord Superman has arrived on the Justice Lord's Earth to stop Batman Beyond. Meanwhile, on Batman Beyond's Earth, Superman confronts Diana. He always knew it. She isn't his Wonder Woman. She's Lady Wonder Woman. Bruce stops him. She isn't here to fight. But they're both going to need her to give an explanation for what she just confessed. She was supposed to love Lord Batman. What really happened? Why did she kill him? Diana tells them they're misunderstanding. She really is their Wonder Woman. She didn't kill him by her own hand, but his death was her fault. Aquaman had threatened to flood the planet to end that world's war. They knew they had to stop. Lord Superman and Lady Wonder Woman launched one last desperate attack, using everything they had to defeat them. The Batcave was a fortress. They knew they couldn't enter it, so they tried to draw them out by attacking Gotham. At that time, Lord Batman had acquired a small fragment of kryptonite. After years of trying, he was close to synthesizing and replicating it. With that kryptonite, he could give them kryptonite-powered weapons. He was sure he could manage it. He had to keep working on it, and they shared a goodbye kiss. Diana left that place. She was going to confront Lord Superman and Lady Wonder Woman. She assured Bruce she would hold them off until he was ready and came to save her. But when Diana arrived before Lord Superman, she knew what the two of them had already done, and by then, it was too late. At Wayne Manor, Batman kept working on the synthetic kryptonite when suddenly something destroys his manor. That had been Diana. Batman saw her through his monitors. He headed out immediately and prepared like always. Batman had kryptonite in one hand and the sonic cannon in the other to take down Lord Superman. He expected an attack from outside, but the attack was already here, inside his manor. That woman, there wasn't Wonder Woman. Lady Diana had asked Lord Superman to hit her repeatedly before she fell into Wayne Manor, so it would look more realistic. He was reluctant. She was the woman Lord Superman loved, but she insisted. She argued that if he didn't hit her, it wouldn't be believable. These were their enemies. The compassion and honor they once had were clearly gone. And so Lady Diana only had to snap Lord Batman's neck. They weren't weak in any sense. Lord Bruce had set aside a small fragment of kryptonite to give to Diana. She'd been hitting Lord Superman until he bit the dust. Then she went straight to Wayne Manor. Unfortunately, when she arrived, Lady Wonder Woman had already finished with Batman. This broke Wonder Woman. In a fury, she didn't think twice and landed a brutal punch on Lady Diana. She was raised as a warrior, but she was also taught things like love, mercy, and kindness, ideals that are the highest a person can aspire to. She assumed Lady Diana had been raised the same way, but at some point, she turned her back on those values. So that day, Diana decided to do the same. She took her lasso of truth, wrapped it around Lady Diana's neck, and did to her what she had done to Batman. She realized Lady Wonder Woman didn't have a lasso of truth. That's when she understood, to hold the lasso of truth, you have to deserve it. By ending her counterpart, she stopped deserving it. Later, Lord Superman arrives at the battlefield. He could only see his beloved on the ground. Diana also learned they'd planned to have a child, an heir for their future. In that moment, she lost everything and gained nothing. The war wasn't resolved. Earth was under threat from Atlantis. They had lost their loves, and if the fight continued, they both were going to lose that war. To end the war, there was only one solution. Throughout history, to achieve peace, there's only one solution: a royal wedding. It was only a marriage of state. Those royal weddings are more common than one would think. They invented a story that they had both lost so much but had seen the madness of war, and in the midst of conflict, they respected one another, a respect that turned into love. But they actually despised each other. Fortunately, there were many matters of state and global security to keep them busy. Being unfaithful to the king could have led the world to war, so she simply closed her heart. Now she realizes what she lost, and she will never get it back. But everything they did worked. For the first time in years, the Justice Lords Earth knew peace. They worked well, separately when they had to, and together when they had to. Superman asks then, if everything was fine, what brought her to this world? Diana says Brainiac's attack on this place gave her the chance to cross the portal to find her child. Wonder Woman and Lord Superman's son is named Zod, and he is right now on the Justice League's Watchtower. We begin in the Justice Lord's timeline. Lord Superman finds Bruce's new replacement. He knows this Batman is from an alternate timeline. Even so, it's surprising whenever any version of Bruce yields control. Batman supposes Bruce is more inclined to share when he isn't under an oppressive dictator. Before Superman can say a word, Terry uses one of the abilities of his new suit and creates a distraction for Lord Superman. This suit generates a force field, which manages to stop Lord Superman for a moment. Batman takes advantage of this and grabs Lord Terry to escape this place, though he knows a force field won't completely stop Lord Superman. Terry agrees. That's why he recalibrated the shield's spectrum so it operates in Red Sun mode. He has no idea how long it will last, but he hopes it will be long enough to stop him. While they're flying through the skies, a ship intercepts and attacks them. This causes Batman to lose control and drop Lord Terry, who falls straight into the sea. Batman goes after Lord Terry immediately, but as he does, he takes another hit, which sends him plunging straight into the water as well. Meanwhile, Lord Superman does everything he can to free himself from the red shield Batman activated on him. Out at sea, Lord Dick Grayson asks if there's any trace of the intruders. His men tell him there's nothing on the sensors either. Dick orders his men to keep searching. Elsewhere, Lord Terry and Batman manage to get out of the sea without trouble. Batman asks Terry to climb up the cliff. There's a tunnel on the south side that will take him through Kane County. Lord Terry says that won't be possible, since in this timeline none of that exists. Batman thinks it might, because in this Earth's Batcave there was a suit hidden in the same place it would be on the Beyond Earth. So he has a hunch both timelines are more alike than they think. Besides, Bruce built that tunnel in his early days, long before everything spiraled out of control. Batman will buy Terry some time to find it. After that, they'll figure out how to save this world. Batman's plan goes into motion, and to get him that time, he intercepts Lord Dick Grayson's plane to attack it. Before he can, everything is interrupted by Lord Superman. He tells them to stop. This has gone far enough. Besides, if Batman shoots down the Air Force, he'll eventually have to face Lord Superman anyway. Batman tries to hit him again with his shields. Lord Superman is tired of these tricks and knocks the shields down with his heat vision. Terry tells him not to worry. He's almost out of tricks. Batman attacks Lord Superman with some batarangs. Lord Superman destroys them easily. The problem is that the batarangs had iron particles. It was clever, but it's nothing he can't adapt to. Batman already knew that, but that's when the magnets for the iron that's now in his lungs come into play. Batman was taking the advantage in this fight. He even reactivates his shields and throws more batarangs at Lord Superman. Batman's advantage ends, and now it's Lord Superman's turn to counterattack. He grabs Batman by the neck to land a heavy blow and then slams him into the ground. Batman has been brought down. Lord Superman tells him to surrender. There's nothing more he can do. Besides, they've also captured Lord Terry. If Batman doesn't surrender, then he'll kill another version. Lord Dick asks Lord Superman if he's really sure he wants to do this. He says yes, and it seems Lord Dick has gone soft. He's allowed Gotham to be overrun by those jokers. They must remind people what happens when they cross the Justice Lords. Terry begs Lord Terry to listen to him. It's not too late for him. He should just tell his mom and Matt how much he loved them. Before he can continue, Superman uses his heat vision to pierce Terry right through the head. Terry is dead. Now Lord Superman tells Dick to take care of the rest. In the meantime, he will return to the Batman Beyond Earth. Dick must hang this body on one of the statues to remind them there must never be a Batman. Meanwhile, on the Batman Beyond Earth, Zod, the son of Wonder Woman and Lord Superman, asks the Justice Lords who they all are and what they've done with the Justice League. Orion tries to seize him, but Zod uses his heat vision to attack the Justice Lords. Adam tells everyone to stop wasting time. They outmatch him in power. They should bring him down. Zod warns the Watchtower that the members of the Justice League are under attack. They need reinforcements immediately. At once, Superman receives the alert. The Watchtower is being attacked. He grabs Wonder Woman and asks her what she's done. Diana tries to calm him, but Superman has had enough of her lies. Obviously, Diana isn't going to let him talk to her like that, so she lands a heavy punch on Superman. She's had enough of all this too. She has already sacrificed everything. Her world, her happiness. How dare Superman judge her? Superman wasn't really judging her, but the threats she's brought to this earth. He judges all the lies and betrayal she's brought. Suddenly, Bruce hits them with sonic waves. They've been acting like children, and that's over. Diana tells them that maybe Superman is right about her. They were her best friends. They knew her better than anyone. And if they can't trust her, maybe she's become the very thing she's fought all this time. While the two of them were having their temper tantrum, Bruce accessed the security systems on the Watchtower. The Justice Lords discovered him and shut them down, but Bruce saw enough. The Justice League has been captured, but they're still alive. They need a plan to strike back, but they shouldn't rush in. They could walk right into a trap. Therefore, they should return to the Batcave. On the way, Diana tells them more about what happened on the Justice Lord's Earth. Her marriage to Lord Superman brought peace to that world, but their mutual hatred kept growing over time. Neither of them wanted to rule at the other's side. Neither of them trusted the other to rule alone. To solve that and further unite their fractured Earth, they realized what they needed was an heir. Of course, given their scant mutual willingness, the child had to be produced by non-traditional means, their DNA combined through a synthesis of Amazon and Kryptonian technology. They agreed to expose him to both philosophies. Diana would raise the child with love so he could guide the world toward peace, while Lord Superman trusted the child would see the merit in his heavy-handed approach. The war between them had ended, so they transferred it onto the child. She now sees that was a mistake. They caused their son great harm and never had the chance to change. Brainiac invaded Earth just as he did on the Beyond Earth. Only in that world, it was much earlier. Since the Justice Lord's Earth is different, his attack had a different purpose: to steal their unborn child. Brainiac threatened them. He said he put their child beyond their reach. If they didn't stand aside and let him conquer the Earth, they would never see their child again. Lord Superman didn't take that threat well. Diana didn't either. They trusted they'd be able to figure out what Brainiac had done with their child. In the end, they did. Brainiac had discovered the Beyond Earth alongside his counterpart from that place, Brainiac Beyond. His intellect, level 12, achieved something they never could. He pierced the dimensional barrier, delivering the child to this universe's Brainiac. That is, Lord Superman and Wonder Woman's son grew up on the Beyond Earth. His parents tried to cross between dimensions and always failed. Besides, they never gave their son a name. Lord Superman wanted to try again. He wanted his heir, but Diana no longer wanted to do it. She watched her son be used as a pawn by Brainiac, and that made her realize that what they had planned to do with him, use him against one another, wasn't much better. But she never stopped looking for him. After many years, by magical means, Diana discovered the truth. Brainiac Beyond had given the child to his Kryptonian despot ally Jax-Ur in the Phantom Zone to raise him as his own and one day use him as a weapon. Superman and Batman now understand everything. The child they had taken earlier, Zod, is Diana and Lord Superman's son. Diana's heart rejoiced when she learned the boy was with them. Ironically, Brainiac Beyond made Wonder Woman arrive here again, since he destroyed the safeguards that sealed the dimensions. She thought she had kept her actions hidden from Lord Superman, but clearly she had been fooling herself. Once again, she has brought pain to everyone who matters to her. Bruce tells her not to be ridiculous. She isn't responsible for what that madman does. It's time they face him and for Diana to meet her son. They have all the intel they're going to get on their opponents. They just have to wait and prepare the transporter. Diana mentions that her son never knew her. She wants to know if he's going to hate her. Superman tells her he's a good kid, brave, dedicated, sometimes stubborn. He's very hard on himself. Zod is a lot like his mother. Superman doesn't see him as someone who would hate his mother. Suddenly, someone new arrives and attacks Diana from behind. Lord Superman and the Justice Lords are here. Before Bruce can do anything, Kurari grabs him and traps him in a bubble with the power of her Green Lantern ring. Lord Superman tells her to contain that old man. The Batmen are easy to kill. He'll send them to join his protege later. For the moment, He has to deal with these more immediate problems. Superman is about to attack Lord Superman, but it looks like he'll have to deal with the Justice Lords first. If he wants to face Lord Superman, he'll have to wait, and that's what he'll do, because Lord Superman has more important matters to attend to with his wife first. Diana tells her husband that it's true. They have long overdue business. Lord Superman lunges at her. Diana is always so furious. Clearly, this isn't working between the two of them, and divorce isn't an option. Lord Superman attacks her. He'll have to settle for being a widower. We begin in the Justice Lord's timeline. This is a prison located in the middle of the sea. As we saw earlier, Lord Superman used his heat vision to finish off Terry. In the prison, Lord Dick Grayson arrives with Lord Terry, and he realizes Terry doesn't belong here. Lord Terry tells him what he knows. He came from a different timeline, one where he is Batman. Lord Dick wants him to elaborate. Lord Terry says that Wonder Woman returned to her world. They weren't sure if it was really her. They didn't know what had happened in this place. They thought Lord Batman was still alive. Lord Terry is suspicious that Dick doesn't know any of this, since Lord Superman seemed to know everything. Lord Dick tells him Lord Superman has more important priorities than keeping the Special Forces fully briefed. Lord Terry asks Lord Dick if he really plans to hang Batman from one of those statues, because if he does, Batman doesn't deserve that. Suddenly, the Special Forces arrive to deliver news to Commander Dick Grayson. They don't know how to explain it. None of this makes sense. They themselves brought him here, and he had no life in him. He was dead. Lord Dick Grayson doesn't understand what they're talking about, but when he goes down and sees it with his own eyes, he can't believe it either. Batman has vanished from this place. Meanwhile, we're in the Batcave. Terry notes that Lord Batman definitely knew how to build a suit. He used visual cortex projections that would even make Spellbinder jealous. When Terry returns to the Beyond Earth, he'll have to talk to Dick about upgrading his suit. Of course, that's assuming he can go back, and that Dick can even see this video recording. The problem is that Lord Batman's computer is destroyed. If there was anything the Batcomputer could have given them as a clue to what happened, it won't be possible now. Suddenly, Batman stops. He has an idea. In the water, Batman spots the Batplane. Once he hauls it out, Terry gets in and powers it up without a problem. The Batplane still has energy. In the Beyond timeline, the Batmobile is connected to the central computer. All databases are accessible. They'll have to see if this Batplane works the same way. Once Terry boots it, Lord Batman appears on screen. He states that if someone is watching this recording, it's because Lord Batman failed in his fight against Lord Superman, which means the world has only one hope left. This isn't over. Elsewhere, Lord Dick Grayson mobilizes his special forces. He knows Batman is out there, just waiting to strike. It's only a matter of time before they find him. He won't be able to hide in Gotham for long. One of the agents wants to know if they'll inform the Lords. Dick tells him no, the Lords are off-planet. Dick asks what the protocol will be for Lord Terry. Everything indicates he was helping that terrorist Batman. For Lord Superman, that qualifies for reconditioning. Back at the prison, the guards tell Terry he chose to back the worst scum of all. They assume he'll think better of it next time. By the time Lord Superman is done with Lord Terry, he won't be able to think at all. It's like the saying goes, he eats crime, and Lord Superman gives him a lobotomy with his heat vision. They heard Lord Superman lobotomized that fake Batman. The commander almost puked when it happened. They figure he prefers his bats roasted. Everything seems like fun and games to the guards, when suddenly, Lord Terry spots Batman through the window. Terry has arrived and easily smashes the window, then takes down the guards. Batman kicks them hard to drop them, and then knocks them out with a heavy blow. Lord Terry doesn't understand any of this. How did Terry manage to survive that heat vision blast to the head? Batman says there's no time to explain, they'll talk later. Alarms start blaring in the prison. Batman and Lord Terry have broken out and are escaping. Lord Dick Grayson moves in, reaching Lord Terry's cell with his men. The problem for Batman is that he came here without a plan, and it seems they've been cornered. Batman tells Lord Terry not to worry. He uses his suit's abilities and drops 2 guards with no trouble. Lord Dick tells him that in less than a minute, this corridor will be full of his best men. Batman made a terrible mistake coming here. Batman asks him not to do this. The Dick Grayson he knows would do the right thing. He's already seen what Lord Superman did earlier. He's sure Dick has seen him do worse. Batman has found a way to stop him, and Lord Dick Grayson just needs to help a little. Dick tells him Bruce couldn't stop him. Why should he trust an imitation? What makes him think he's any different? Terry says Lord Batman was working on something before he was killed. He was developing synthetic kryptonite to turn it into the weapon to defeat Lord Superman. Dick thinks Bruce didn't finish it, but Terry corrects him. Of course he did. To give him a little proof, he'll activate the kryptonite in his suit. This is all they need to take down Lord Superman. Meanwhile, we jump to the Beyond Earth. Here, Diana is fighting Lord Superman. He has no idea how long she's waited to fight her husband. With those words, Lord Superman realizes that's the only thing they still have in common. Superman tells Diana not to let her guard down. They're at a disadvantage against the Justice Lords, who outnumber them. They have to fight smart. Kurari was about to strike Superman, and, just as he said, they need to be clever, so Superman sidesteps Kurari's attack, causing her to hit White Adam directly. Superman knows everything depends on them. The others aren't in a position to help. We move to the Watchtower. This is the detention block. Adam tries to escape, but realizes there's no way. The energy barrier exists even at the microscopic level. They themselves designed it to be escape-proof. Looks like they did a good job after all. Danica tells them not to worry. After all, they have the greatest escape artist in the universe on their side. Scott Free built these cells. They're proof against everything. Force, magic, all forms of teleportation and energy. He even anticipated the possibility that a Justice League member might be locked up here. They're not supposed to seal when a Justice League member is incarcerated. Unfortunately, the Justice Lords are them, down to the genetic level. They were recognized as authorized users. The system is functioning correctly. He fears they have no way out of this place. Big Barda can't believe it. This is what he does, get out of impossible traps. And now, when everyone needs him, he has no exit. Scott is sorry. He knows she's disappointed. He's disappointed her in many ways lately, the worst being that she's been exiled again. All he's brought her is pain. Big Barda would have been better off dying in battle against Cobra. Scott now talks about Lady Big Barda. She's from a universe where he died. She's a strong, confident queen, married to a man worthy of her. The list of things Scott can't escape keeps growing. Lady Big Barda goes to Scott and tells him to stop listening to that nonsense. She didn't want to marry Orion. She did it to unite their worlds. He only loves to fight. His heart is as cold and cracked as his true face. Lady Big Barda died inside when her Scott died. He brought her light and laughter. Now she asks Scott to come with her to her world. If Orion gets in the way, she'll kill him herself. Sounds good. He's starting to think maybe there are no divorce lawyers in her world. Lady Big Barda smiles. He always makes her laugh, so easily she'd forgotten what that felt like. Lady Big Barda asks Scott if he'll go with her then. He tells her yes, he will. Scott has been released from his cell. He's made the right decision. In the Justice Lord's world, he'll be everything he couldn't be here. A beloved husband, king of New Genesis. Scott reminds her he's also the greatest escape artist in the universe. He's sorry for her, but this was nothing more than a setup to get out of here. Scott takes advantage of being freed and lands a heavy blow on Big Barda. Lady Flash can't believe what she's seeing. Scott is freeing all the prisoners. Before Lady Flash can act, Danica sprints in to stop her. Lord Warhawk knows they're the ones being outnumbered now. Lady Aquagirl understands they can't stay here. They must regroup with Lord Superman and the rest of their team. Lord Warhawk swoops in to rescue Lady Flash. They have to escape. Adam tells Scott that was incredible, the way he and Big Barda set all this up without even needing to talk. Scott says this was never a solo performance. Meanwhile, in the Batcave, Lord Superman tells Diana he always knew they'd try this. She and her friends always wanted to conquer the Justice Lord's Earth. Diana hits him and says no. He's the one who conquered it, and the Justice League freed them. Lord Superman gets angry and rams Diana with a Batmobile. He's had enough. He doesn't have to listen to her poison any longer. She took his friends from him. He won't let her take his world. When Lord Superman is done with her, he'll save this Earth just like he did his own. But first, he'll finish what he started decades ago. Diana tells him he'll have to do it over her dead body. If that's the case, then Lord Superman will oblige. Suddenly, someone new arrives and attacks Lord Superman from behind. Lord Superman fires his heat vision and tries to fend off the kid, He wonders if he's supposed to be some kind of Superboy or something. The boy counters easily and strikes back. If he doesn't know his name, he'll tell him. His name is Zod. Diana can't believe it. The boy just said his name is Zod, which means he's Wonder Woman's and Lord Superman's son. Elsewhere, the Justice Lords are battling Superman. They have to bring him down before his allies arrive. Orion can't believe they haven't done their job. Their only task was to keep the Justice League confined. In the Batcave, Kurori stands before Bruce Wayne. She knows there's no time for infighting. They have to thin their enemies' numbers while they can. Kurori asks Bruce if he has any last words. Of course Bruce does, and his response surprises Kurori, because Adam has arrived. He uses the giant penny to crush Kurori. On the Watchtower, White Adam orders the Justice Lords to take down Superman first. Without him, the Justice League is nothing. Warhawk dives in and smashes Adam with a heavy blow. They'll have to put that to the test. To decide it, the Justice League will fight the Justice Lords. The winner of this battle will determine the fate of both worlds. We begin in Neo-Gotham of the Justice Lords timeline. Lord Dick Grayson tells Terry that, as far as his special forces are concerned, Lord Dick Grayson has been kidnapped, which means they only have one shot at this. If Terry is going to return to his timeline, then they need to move fast. The temporal generator is on the Watchtower, which means they'll have to go into space. To do that, they'll use these teleportation beacons as well as biometric verification calibrated by 3 of Dick Grayson's men. Now Terry will have access to the area they need to reach. The good news is that the Justice Lords won't be on the Watchtower. The bad news is the place will be full of guards. Even if they make it inside, the problem is that, uniforms aside, to look like the guards they still won't actually resemble them. For Terry, that's not a problem. His suit can project cortical-level holograms, just like the ones he used in the ruins of Wayne Manor. The only thing he needs for that to work are photos of the Watchtower's guards. Lord Terry asks why Lord Dick Grayson is helping them. He says he's seen the Justice Lords do terrible things, kill a lot of people, including friends. He can't sit back and let them destroy another timeline. Bruce wouldn't have allowed it. Lord Terry knows that if this doesn't work, Lord Superman will return to this timeline and might lobotomize everyone here with his heat vision. Something about all this feels off to Lord Terry. If Lord Batman had a kryptonite suit in the cave this whole time, why did no one ever see it? Terry answers that the Batcave's walls were lined with lead. There's no way Lord Superman could have seen through them. While Lord Terry feels bad about what's happening in Terry's timeline, the truth is that's not his priority. Terry asks him what his priority is, then. Well, his priority is staying alive. Lord Dick says everyone wants to stay alive. They all have a lot to lose with all of this. Lord Terry doesn't want to continue. He can still walk away and run. He's sorry, but he's certainly not a Batman like Terry, so he leaves. Lord Dick Grayson tells Terry to let him go. They don't need garbage like that. He'd only slow them down. Terry needs to focus. They need his projections to be extremely solid. Once they activate the cards, they'll be teleported to the tower's main bay. From there, it's 4 levels down. Barbara arrives and tells Terry he'd better appreciate what they're doing for him, because if he fails, everyone will regret it. Lord Dick tries to stop Barbara from continuing, but she tells him Terry needs to know this is bigger than all of them. Terry is shocked to learn that they're married in this world, and to top it off, they have a son named John. With all this, Terry needs to realize his timeline isn't the only one in danger. They hope Terry succeeds so their son can have a better future. A little later, we head to the Justice Lord's Watchtower. Lord Dick asks Terry to stay at his side, and to try not to look at anything or anyone. Meanwhile, Lord Terry returns home, where he notices that Terry left his suit there. On the Watchtower, Lord Dick and Terry continue through the facility. Some guards approach them, surprised to see their colleagues back. Supposedly they were on vacation. Unfortunately, while they're joking around, one of the guards gives Terry a light tap, which causes the holograms to flicker out, revealing the 2 of them in their true forms again. Looks like Lord Batman still had several bugs to fix in that tech. Lord Dick Grayson tries to defuse things to avoid a fight. He's Commander Richard Grayson, and he's here under direct orders from the Justice Lords. Before Lord Dick can continue, one of the guards tells him to be quiet or they'll open fire. At this point, Batman can't hold back and attacks the guards. As soon as he does, alarms start blaring. A large number of guards flood the area to take them down. Batman grabs Lord Dick, trying to get him out so they can escape. Lord Dick asks Terry to try to clear the room so he can seal it. It seems Lord Dick won't be able to keep helping Terry. He gets shot in the back. Lord Dick tells Terry to go on and clear the door. They have to move as fast as possible before it's too late. Well, it might already be too late. The guards urge Commander Dick Grayson to be smart. It's not too late for him. Lord Dick should surrender, and they'll tell the Justice Lords he did the right thing. Otherwise, he'll get a heat vision lobotomy from Lord Superman. Suddenly, one of the guards switches sides and supports Lord Dick and Batman. The guard opens fire. The other guards activate their non-lethal magnetic shields, which keep them from being hurt, though the impact is strong enough to push them out of the room. This was thanks to Lord Terry, who was the guard helping them out of the jam. They didn't plan this very well. He figures it was good. He went back to the loft. He picked up the spare beacon. Like he said at the start, he's not like Terry, which means Terry doesn't know him at all. Terry concedes the point. It's time to move. Lord Dick Grayson knows they're running out of time. The Justice Lords are fighting the Justice League. He's entering the coordinates. Terry will appear in the middle of the battle. Terry has to go right now and take down the Justice Lords so everything can be set right. As for Lord Terry and Lord Dick, they'll stay here trying to hold off the guards so they don't get killed. Batman has to leave before the guards cut the power. They wish him luck. Terry goes through the portal. He really hates this part. Meanwhile, in the Justice League's timeline, Zod tells Lord Superman and Wonder Woman that they are not his parents. Lord Superman says they actually are his parents. Brainiac stole him before he was even born. Zod should think about it. He has abilities other Kryptonians don't. Zod doesn't even need to think. He can verify it with his microscopic vision, compare his DNA to theirs. Zod refuses. That's a trick, a big lie, because he is not their son. Angered by Lord Superman's words, Zod attacks his parents. Wonder Woman doesn't want to fight her son. She's failed him in many ways, and she's already failed her own mother, her sisters, and herself. She deserves any pain her son inflicts on her. Zod hesitates for a moment, and Lord Superman exploits the opening, attacking Wonder Woman from behind. Lord Superman married Diana for the same reason he's done everything, to save his world. And now, at last, he's in a position to do it. Many on his Earth believe in Diana. They love her. The planet is divided, but they can unite it with their son by giving them an external enemy, this Earth. They'll say the Justice League attacked them, that they wanted to invade the Justice Lord's Earth, just like before, and conquer it. They fought valiantly. Lord Superman's true wife fell tragically in a battle with her former allies. But then they found their long-lost son. Together with their son, they pushed the enemy back. Zod is the symbol the Justice Lord's Earth needs so their world can unite again. With that, an enemy, this Earth and its Justice League. The Outsiders murdered Wonder Woman. That might be a good story for Lord Superman, but Zod will stop him. For some reason, his parents are completely insane. Lord Superman hoped it wouldn't come to this, but assumes Brainiac brainwashed his son. No matter, Lord Superman has a machine that will make him see clearly. Zod needs no machine. He sees everything he needs to see. Lord Superman keeps attacking his son when, suddenly, Wonder Woman arrives to stop him. He'd better get his hands off her child. Elsewhere, in the Batcave, the Justice League has managed to neutralize the Justice Lords. First, they stunned Karari and took her ring. Cairo knows she doesn't deserve it, so he'll send it to the Guardians of the Justice Lord's Earth. Time for Cairo to help Flash. He thinks the fight between the two of them is very lopsided. Cairo enters Lady Danica's mind and sees her past. Now he knows her mother died in the war, and she tried to travel back in time to save her, but the journey damaged her mind. He's very sorry. He can provide some comfort. Healing will take longer. Flash can't believe Lady Flash lost her mother. It must have been hard. Cairo senses most of them have good intentions. They genuinely believe the Justice League is a threat to their world. If only they could convince them that isn't the case. Bruce can do that. He should know he has eyes everywhere. Arrogance is what always makes them fall. How will Bruce do it? By putting the fight between Lord Superman and Wonder Woman up on the screen. Lord Superman lays out the plan we already heard, using Zod and a lie about the Justice League to unify his Earth. In the fight, Zod realizes his father is like a demon. Maybe the two of them won't be enough to stop Lord Superman. Someone new arrives and tells Zod it will be okay. White Adam. The Justice Lords and the Justice League will take care of him. Lord Superman can't believe his own team is against him. It doesn't matter. He can fight them all alone. First, he'll hit them with heat vision. Then he'll use this device to neutralize everyone. What he's just used is Lex Luthor's weapon, the one that disrupts all exotic energies, including magic. That weapon is the only thing that's defeated Lord Superman in the past. Of course, he wanted to learn everything about it. Turns out Lord Luthor had started building it before Lord Superman killed him. He miniaturized it and improved it, but like Luthor's, it still burns out its power source after a single use. So Lord Superman saved the weapon for a special moment like this, for a true crisis. Lord Superman may have neutralized everyone, but there's still someone who wasn't with that group, Batman, who arrives in Lord Batman's suit and lands a heavy blow on Lord Superman. No one present understands what's happening. Is this really Lord Batman? He looks very different. Terry explains that's because he's wearing Lord Batman's suit powered by synthetic kryptonite. Diana knows Lord Bruce had been working on that, but she thought he died before finishing it. Well, he didn't, and how Terry obtained the suit is something we already saw. It seems Terry will need more than a simple kryptonite suit to defeat Lord Superman. Lord Superman merely claps his hands hard and knocks Terry down as he's about to strike with a kryptonite batarang. Lord Superman is experienced. He's faced kryptonite attacks all his life. Lord Batman might have beaten Lord Superman with that suit, but Terry can't even land a hit on a well-prepared Lord Superman. From a distance, he hits Terry with heat vision. Terry had a chance to end this. He should have killed Lord Superman with the first strike. But that's always been Batman's problem. That's always been this world's problem. They're too soft to do what's necessary, and that's why this Earth will never be safe. While Lord Superman is saying this, someone comes up from behind and grabs the batarang Terry dropped when he was attacked. It's Superman. He uses the batarang to stab Lord Superman in the chest. Some threats are too dangerous. Superman's powers are gone, but with this kryptonite batarang lodged in his chest, Lord Superman's powers are gone too. Does Lord Superman think Superman doesn't know what it felt like when he killed Lex Luthor? Superman wanted to do it every day of his life. Maybe he should have. Maybe he should have killed Lord Superman the first time they met decades ago. Maybe it's time to do it right. As Superman prepares to finish Lord Superman, everyone watches from a distance, stunned. Before Superman ends Lord Superman's life, he stops. If he does, he'll become that version of himself that exists, but he doesn't want to be, and it wouldn't solve anything. Clark turns his back and walks away. Lord Superman seizes the distraction, rips the batarang from his chest, and hurls it at Superman. Before he can, Batman arrives and stops him with ease. Anyone else want to shut this Kryptonian trash up? Lord Superman doesn't understand how Terry is still alive. Well, it doesn't matter. He's going to kill him and then kill his other self. Any other McGinnis he finds alive will be killed by Lord Superman. Lord Superman takes advantage of the Justice League and the Justice Lords being depowered to strike them hard. Terry tells him to calm down. He has the situation under control. He'll use his kryptonite-powered suit to attack Lord Superman. There's nothing Lord Superman can do against them. All he has to do is surrender. Lord Superman refuses and rises again to go after Terry. There's no way he'll surrender. He'll bury him first. Lord Superman grabs Terry, carries him to a cliff, then slams him. Lord Superman has crushed stronger kryptonite than that. Well, if that's the case, Batman will route the suit's full power into his chest. The kryptonite energy blast is so strong it puts Lord Superman back on the ground. If Lord Superman wants, they can do this all day, but Batman knows another blast will finish him. Superman asks Lord Superman to stop. This has gone too far. He's been defeated. Lord Superman won't. He's a lord. Without him, there's no hope for either of these worlds. He will never surrender, never abandon his ideals. Suddenly, someone else hits Lord Superman hard and knocks him out cold. It's Bruce Wayne, who arrived just to deliver the final blow. It's over. Lord Superman has been defeated. Later, in the Justice Lord's timeline, Lord Terry tells Terry that when they met, he wasn't completely honest. Terry's father is alive, and he's arranged for them to meet in this park. Without thinking, Terry hugs his father. It's something Terry deserves after his fight with Lord Superman. To keep that memory forever, Terry uses his suit to record the reunion with his dad. Time passes, and Terry is back in his own timeline with Dick Grayson. He's also surprised by another suit recording. He sees Lord Dick in a romantic relationship with Barbara, even with a son named John. In the Batcave, Bruce asks Lord Terry if he's going to stand there staring at the suits every time he comes down. He shouldn't worry. By the time they're done, this will be his. Bruce has no idea if this will be enough for Lord Terry, but he trusts he'll be able to handle the suit. To wrap up the Justice Lord story, we go to Diana and Superman, who have Lord Superman captive. He tells them they should have killed him. Keeping him captive won't do any good. They're making the same mistake they made years ago. Diana agrees. Lord Superman is too dangerous to be in any world. They're going to take him out of this dimension and send him to the Phantom Zone. There, Lord Superman meets Jax-Ur. Jax-Ur says he knows all about him. Here, the two of them can be good companions instead of enemies. They'll have nothing but time to find a way out, and when they do, they can discuss their mutual benefit on the other side of the Phantom Zone. Lord Superman agrees and asks him to tell him everything. And speaking of which, what happened to the son of Lord Superman and Wonder Woman? On the Watchtower, Zod asks his mother to stay away from him. He grew up with Jax-Ur, who made it clear he was only a tool, a weapon. Now he discovers he has other real parents, and they also wanted him as a pawn of war. In the end, he's free of all his bad parents. He wants nothing to do with his mother. Elsewhere on the Watchtower, Scott Free examines the Justice Lords. It looks like they'll gradually regain their powers. The Justice League now has to decide whether they'll actually let the Justice Lords go. After all, they're still criminals. Lady Aquagirl tells them not to worry. When they return to their Earth, they'll let the people decide how they want to be governed. Besides, they're not as bad as they think. Not all of them have broken their world's laws. They need to accept that things are different there, and the true threat was always Lord Superman. Everyone is about to leave and say goodbye to their alternate versions. Diana wants to go as well. She's lived the last few years on the Justice Lord's Earth and feels she belongs there. White Adam stops her. The Justice Lords have discussed it, and she no longer belongs to that Earth. She and Lord Superman represent the war their world suffered all this time. Their new world must move forward, and do so without Wonder Woman. Diana acknowledges he's right, so she'll stay on her true Earth. All she asks is that he be a good person, that he lead the Justice Lords down the right path. If he doesn't want her returning to their Earth, then he shouldn't give her a reason to do so. Adam understands. He wants her to know it isn't personal. They're simply doing what the Justice Lords always do. Protect their world by any means necessary. Superman takes the opportunity to ask Wonder Woman not only to remain on this Earth, but to join the Justice League. Diana wants to, but she doesn't want to cause trouble. Zod is still here. He doesn't care what his mother does. He just wants her to stay away from him. If she does, they'll get along fine. It's over. The Trinity reunites in peace after many years. Terry has returned from the Justice Lord's Earth. Things are fine there, and he'll travel periodically to check in. Now Bruce wants to know if everything's all right with Diana, and if she needs anything, he'll support her with whatever she asks. Speaking of which, Diana doesn't have a home. Does Bruce have a spare room in his manor for her? Bruce tells her there's an entire wing he hasn't set foot in for years. She can use it. And what about Superman? How is he after his battle with Lord Superman? He says he's fine. Quite well, actually. The first time they met the Justice Lords, Superman was deeply confused and worried about themselves, about what they might become. Now he knows. He's proud of what they've become, and it's even more comforting to know their future couldn't be in better hands. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more content like this. I'm TJ Prime, and see you in the next video.